Hi everyone. I'm going to try to be quick with this topic because a lot of people have been asking about it. But you can't really be quick because it's a topic that you have to get into detail and be more precise. It's a topic about lust and what we can do as men and as women to get away from lust. Let me start by saying that I've said it before, I'll say it again. I won't talk about anything unless I've been through it. And boy, have I been, have I been through lust in my life. I think it all started, okay, let me take it years back. Up until the age of like 15, I was a weird kid in a way compared to my friends because, I was a jock and all that, athlete, not too great in school. I do my work last moment. But I had a dream. My dream was that I wanted to meet a girl, fall in love, have a family, and that's it, period. One girl for the rest of my life. And then, one summer, a friend of mine, God bless his heart, wherever he is, he meant me no harm. Babos, you know who you are. He was older. I was 15, I think, and he was like 17, 18. He says, hey, do you ever masturbate? I said, what? I don't even know how to do that. He says, okay. He says, I'll teach you how to do it and I'll give you the magazines for it. That was it. He just threw me off the cliff. And that just escalated in my life. From, looking out for porn magazines. Actually, I found some that some people had. Some circulated amongst friends. Then later on in life, watching the P word, watching porn. But that escalated. And it escalated to a very bad point in my life where I wouldn't go a day without it. And it even went further. It became an addiction to such an extent that I would have an addiction to sex, meaning I would lust over a woman I would see on the street, and that's it. It was boom, target. It just wasn't right. But it went on and on and on. Of course, when I had serious relationships, I was kind of able to control it, but I still did things I shouldn't be doing, late at night on the internet. It wasn't good. It wasn't good. Eventually, not many decades ago, I'd say I totally controlled it over 10 years ago, which was, I guess, kind of late. Because I saw it took up so much of my energy, and I saw it took time away from my kids, it took time away from the people I loved, and I wasn't thinking straight. And later on, after I healed, I fell upon people that had similar addictions. Some of them came into my life maybe to test me because they were exactly how I was, a decade ago. Having a secret lifestyle. So you act like you are all holy and everything, but on the back end, you want to have your one night stands, you want to be doing things you shouldn't be doing, you want to be partying and having sex with anyone you see. So when I met people like that, I could see that wandering eye, because I remembered I had that wandering eye. It sucked. And I could read their energy. I was at a point where I could just read energy. I know what you wanted to do before you even did it. I could read your energy very well. And but I wouldn't push them to stop it. I would talk to them about it. Sometimes people won't even open up. They'll just hide their addiction for sex or hide their addiction for fetishes, different fetishes, right? They'll hide their addiction, and they just want to be around people that tell them it's okay, go do it. Or have an open relationship with someone who's okay with it because he does the same thing or she does the same thing, and they're okay with it because they're both lost souls, because that's exactly what you are when you have the spirit of lust take over. Friends, maybe some people don't want me to go there, but I will go there because this is a spiritual battle. When I say the spirit of lust, all the 7 deadly sins, they each have a spirit, a negative spirit. Some call it a demon with it. The spirit of lust, or some call it a demon, as I said, will come into your life the moment you open the gate. Just like the spirit of jealousy will, just like the spirit of anger, just like all the other 7 deadly sins. I don't like calling them deadly, but in some cases they are. So how was I able to get out? I was able to get out because I realized the harm it was doing to me. I realized the harm I was doing to others, living this double life in a way. And I realized that all this energy that I had, instead of doing that, I could have put it to good use. I could have put it to business and do something out of it. I could have put it in a relationship. Of course, I couldn't have a proper relationship being like this, right? I just attract similar people. And if I would attract somebody good, they would stay with me, because eventually they wouldn't. They'd figure out that double life and they'd leave. And anybody's worth anything and they value themselves and they have self-worth, they won't stay with somebody who has such an addiction. But there is a cure. There is a cure. First, you have to admit to yourself that what you're doing is wrong. I admitted to myself what I was doing is wrong. That was over 10 years ago. I admitted to myself I needed help. But I was too ashamed to go and get help outside. And there are places that can help you, just like Alcoholics Anonymous, especially for alcoholics that are functioning alcoholics, right? You have Drug Anonymous, you have Sex Anonymous, you have so many organizations that can help you. But I was too embarrassed. Or maybe my journey was a little different. So I went to God. I went on my own spiritual journey. I dedicated my time and energy. When I came upon this temptation, I immediately said, okay, I see it, I recognize it, I know I'm wrong, now I'm walking away from it. And I walk away from it. I'd go to the gym, I'd put on the gloves and go spar a bit. Whatever makes you happy. Some other people like to go fishing, other people like to read a book. Whatever takes your mind and your energy away from that. That's exactly what I did. But my main focus was God, was the ability to understand that I'm a child of God. You're a child of God. And if we're children of God, what the heck are we doing lowering ourselves to such a low level of existence? All you're doing is locking up yourself in chains all over in this matrix. You can't ascend to find your divinity. And that was my purpose, to find my divinity. So I did other things. When that lust came about, when I saw that woman that I lusted after, I acknowledged it, and then I turned away and I did what I had to do. And like I told you, whatever that may be, exercise, meditation, reading a book, occupying yourself with something else exciting, because it's energy. All this is energy. If you're going to give yourself your energy there, you don't have the right amount of energy or the proper energy to ascend. You don't have the energy to create. You don't have the energy to manifest. That's why we need to stop the addictions, because all they're doing, they're just tying us down. They're just like, boom, right there. Might as well put the cuffs on and throw away the key, because that's exactly what it was. And I wasn't going to have it. One thing about me, at least personally, I'm not going down for anybody. And I've always fought my way through everything. So when I saw that this was putting me down, I had to stop it. You need to find how you can stop it. First thing you got to do is recognize it. Say, yes, I'm an addict. I'm a sex addict. Then figure out what you're going to do to channel your energy to something else. Because it will come, that's fine. Let it come, face it, acknowledge it, channel that energy you have to something else. Now, I've seen people that have so-called friends, oh my God, those kind of friends, who needs enemies, who knew of the addiction of the other person. All they do, they would push them forward. Go do it, go do it, go do it. Bars, clubs, parking lots, anything. Go get his number, go get her number. Let's see what you're gonna do. And the person was playing into it, not realizing that they were not friends. These people didn't want good for this person. They wanted harm. They didn't like this person, really. So they had a puppet they were playing around with. Or you might have family that you think they care and support you, but a good family, when they know you have addictions, it can be the sex addiction that we're talking about, lust. It can be alcohol. It can be anything. They're going to put an end to it. If this family member or family members don't put an end to that, don't help you get some kind of help, then it's not family you want. It's a curse. Get rid of them. Get rid of them. You're not going to be the first or the last, because they're using you and they're using your addictions to keep you down. Once again, I'm reiterating here. Hope I said it right. Reiterating. We're children of God. You got to get that through your head. Don't believe anything anyone has said. Don't look at this body. It's temporary. Inside is housed a divinity, a part of God. We are all pieces of God. This light, this conscious divine being that's part of the Creator, needs to find home, and that is by ascending. You cannot ascend if you're constantly down low by being part of this matrix, by being part of this fake reality, which they want us to think this is real, but it's not. When we're divine beings, we have eternity. Everything in eternity is ours. But you need to rise above that. Rise above that. Find who you are and use that energy, channel that energy. Instead of put it into lust, put it into something beneficial for you and beneficial for others. I wish you the best.